Well, isn't it? We're just making up some ground, really.
We certainly are, Kate. If we have a look at the performance of the week before start of trade today, we were in fact down around 0.5%. So today's gains have in fact recovered all of those losses, and of course we did close higher, up around 1.6%. So another very strong and positive day on the market today. Of course, it was off the back of very positive leads from the US overnight, where we did in fact see that S&P reaching another record high, up 0.8%. It really was that materials sector that was leading higher. We did see iron ore up another 1.1% overnight, and gold was also higher. So we did see a lot of those gold producers and iron ore stocks performing well. Of particular note was Beetle Resources. That gold producer was the best performer in the materials sector. It closed up 7.8%, and Fortescue as well was up there up about 5% on the close.
Leanne, we were also watching Asciano today, up by about 6%. We've got it confirming some profit growth and cost reductions there. Do you have a positive outlook on this one?
We certainly do, Kate, and as you say, we did have a very positive announcement coming out today, firstly in terms of their profit guidance, their cost reduction program, and of course those free cash flows looking to significantly increase over the next 2 years or so. So having a look at the outlook, we do in fact still remain very positive, and it is in fact our preferred pick in this sector. Despite some of that positivity there probably are still some risks that we need to consider. Obviously, there is a lot of weakness in economic conditions that is affecting coal demand and coal prices. We do expect coal demand and volumes to slow down in 2015, and of course they are also facing some competitive pressures as well. So some risks to consider, but definitely going forward we do remain optimistic. We do think that at current prices it is looking a little bit undervalued. We don't think the market has probably factored in any improvement in that payout ratio or the trading discount that they are at the moment. We did see at their March trading update their coal haulage as well as their container volumes were very encouraging and in fact ahead of our expectations, and in fact we do think that they have a high return on capital and probably forecast around a 20% earnings upside in the current share price. So overall do really like the positive outlook on the stock.
The story today just doesn't get any better, does it?
It certainly doesn't. It was very disappointing news today, and as a result, in fact, it was the worst performer on the ASX 200, down around 7% at the close. Of course, we did see the company announcing, firstly, that their revenues are likely to be lower for financial year 14, but also their costs are likely to be higher by about 8%, and that on top of that, we have some of those one-off costs associated with those events, such as the Sochi Winter Olympic Games, which could add another $55 million to their total costs. And of course, we do know that their cost reduction program is unlikely to add to earnings until around financial year 15. So overall, it was very disappointing news today. And certainly having a look at the outlook, we know that they are operating in very challenging conditions at the moment in terms of their advertising in particular. And of course, their ratings really is putting downward pressure on this stock. If we have a look at their first half result, in fact, that was released, we did see they reported a loss of around $7.9 million, and in fact their net debt had increased to around $36 million, and that was well ahead of our forecasts. In fact, as I said, they are very operating in challenging market conditions. Their cost reduction program isn't due to start until financial year 15, and really without a lift in those ratings, we do forecast that the business is probably going to burn through about $28 million in cash across financial year 14. So I really don't like the outlook for the stock.
Yeah, they really haven't really got their head together on programming. I mean, they're relying on The Bachelor. I mean, a vain bloke trying to get a pretty girl. I mean, gee, how original and how popular is that going to be? I mean, their programming just doesn't seem to be where the market's at.
Yeah, Michael, sorry, Leanne, to you.
I'll go to the pretty girl, not the guy.
I was just going to say that's exactly right. I mean, one bit of positive, slight positive out of today was that we did see their audience numbers up around 35% over the last 6 weeks or so, but that wasn't a result of The Bachelor, it was because of MasterChef and Offspring. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, though a lot of their programs don't seem to be